Hey, it's Prosper. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about what aim trainer to use. It's no secret gaming is blowing up as an industry and esports along with it. More gamers are becoming part of the ever-growing competitive community and all seeking ways to improve. And I'm sure many of you know by now that one of the core methods of practice is aim training and making sure your mechanics are on level to compete with the best of the best. That's no easy task, and it could be extremely overwhelming since a lot of the information is not directly accessible. With more gamers entering the competitive scene and learning about aim training, the more important it is for us to distinguish the difference between all the available aim trainers out there to help us achieve the most optimal practice. And this video is going to do just that. I'm going to cover the most popular aim trainers and their uses along with other questions and concerns you guys might have. Since I can't use studies to provide a clearer answer for this question, and instead of just giving you my own opinion, I asked around and contacted some aim coaches and skilled aimers in the community for their thoughts, and all their socials will be linked below and on screen along with their answers. Their views on which aim trainers to use were all very consistent to my own, and I want to thank all of them for replying to me quickly in time for this video. Without wasting any more time, let's get it. The aim trainers I'll be covering are Kovacs, Aimlab, Aimbeast, and McOsu. I'm going to be very honest about each one. Full transparency here, guys. These are the most popular aim trainers that seem to be asked about, and if there's another aim trainer you guys are curious about, feel free to comment below, and I'll consider making a video on it in the future. Let's start with the aim trainer that's on the tippity top, Kovacs 2.0. Kovacs is $10 on Steam and has been around for a while now. And while I don't recommend the newer Meta Trainer program, its sandbox is over 4,000 scenarios that seem to cover almost every aspect of aim training. Kovacs undoubtedly has the most scenarios to offer out of all the aim trainers that are available right now. Its UI is simple and makes it easy to move around certain UI functions and edit the environment you're aim training in. It's also the most popular aim trainer out there, which means it's more highly rated and most played scenarios have a larger pool of players to compare you with on the leaderboard, giving you a better idea of where you stand in specific aspects of aim. With that being said, Kovacs is my go-to aim trainer as of right now, and it seems those at the top of the aim community agree with me. Next we got Aimbeast. It's $6 on Steam and it was called Aim Gods until they recently decided to rebrand following a rather large update that added more customization, a rank system, and some UI changes. I really like how easy it is to make custom maps for aiming on Aimbeast. It's very straightforward and had no issues making my own. It feels very smooth in comparison to all the other aim trainers. I've been told it's because it was made with Unreal Engine 4 and it just seems pretty well optimized, which apparently makes a subtle difference in feel. I honestly love the whole software, the way it looks, runs, overall, everything. I had zero issues with it and its community on Discord seems to be rather supportive and the staff knows how to communicate. There are a fair amount of scenarios to run that will definitely help you improve, and while they do have less than Kovacs, they do have some great scenarios that Kovacs doesn't, such as jump pad ones, which looks something like this. Honestly, if they had more scenarios, this would be tied for my number one pick. And as time goes on, I expect it to rival Kovacs in the future, but for now, it's my second pick. Our next aim trainer is free on Steam and has been making a name for itself through paid advertisements on Twitch recently. Aimlab. If you're on Twitch watching some popular streamers recently, I'm sure you've seen the Aimlab's hashtag ad or the Aimlab's command displayed on many stream titles. These are all paid promotions, so many streamers aren't inclined to speak poorly about the software. Aimlab tries to be more innovative and more professional through their UI and the analytics they provide. They have more than a few setbacks though. From unnecessary loading screens that you'd never see in other aim trainers, a rather poor selection of scenarios, a few bugs, and even an Aimlab team member admitting that it isn't really optimal aim practice are all causes for concern. Despite coming out February 7th, 2018, Aimlab claims to still be early in development. I mean, very early in development. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, very, very early in their development. Their words, not mine.
What the fuck?
In all seriousness, its main appeal is that it's free, and a lot of streamers are vouching for it. If you can afford to put down the investment for Aimbeast or Kovacs, I highly recommend it over this free option. After all, you get what you pay for. Honestly, it's better than nothing, but if you're playing a game like CSGO with different ranges and community maps for aim, I would just stick with those. Lastly, we have McOsu and McOsu. Both are free, and I wasn't originally going to mention either of these softwares, but I see a lot of people asking about it on Reddit and Twitter and even in my DMs, so I thought I would address it. Simply put, McOsu's a 2D aim trainer. There is no depth, and since there is no camera of your player to interact with in the 3D environment and look around, it isn't a proper simulation for FPS games. One could argue it helps develop a degree of mouse control in games like League of Legends, where the camera is a bird's eye view and doesn't turn. But for FPS games or any other game that is highly aim-oriented, like Fortnite, it pales in comparison to an aim trainer like Kovacs or Aimbeast. McOsu offers an FPS function, which allows you to move your camera around as you interact with the targets, but the targets still seem to be on a single plane. So while it's a better substitute than Osu, one could say it isn't nearly as efficient as a proper aim trainer like Kovacs or Aimbeast. I also asked Aimer7, Cookie, Ozzy, and Sirius, who are absolute titans in the aim community, about their opinion in case there was something I was missing. And they seem to all agree with me, and be consistent with one another. Basically agreeing that a 2D environment isn't optimal practice for most of the games you'll be playing. So in conclusion, Kovacs is my #1 pick, and keep an eye out for Aimbeast as time goes on. And if you're looking to train hardcore and try everything, honestly you can utilize both pretty well. That's what I do. Thank you guys for watching and the support you all showed on my last video. Make sure to check that out if you haven't already. Special thanks to all the aimers who answered my questions. You can find all their socials in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn that notification bell on, follow me on Twitter, all the good stuff. Join the Scholar Court if you haven't already. It's a new server I made with over 300 members that is filled with information on how to improve, and it's a community that is very supportive. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.